Good evening, and this is Tony Bianchi bringing you the WWE Smackdown recap for September the 20th, 2016. And Jesus Christ, it's been a disappointing week. It's been a disappointing week for the WWE, especially with Raw. And now SmackDown is falling to the same pattern. Bad acting and bad wrestling. And in the main event, it's John Cena versus Dean Ambrose 2. But the last time we saw these two fight wasn't that stupid John Cena United States Open Challenge in which John Cena won. He beat Dean Ambrose clean. And although I did like the outcome, but I'm a little bit worried about what's going to happen in the long run with this. Raw sucked this week, and Raw SmackDown's a little bit better, but that's not saying much. I mean, seriously, SmackDown and Raw are the worst shows on the USA Network, and I still don't understand why the USA Network doesn't just cancel these two shows. Easy. It's because the WWE is giving all this money so they can be in the USA Network. I mean, if they get kicked off the USA Network, if they try to get another TV deal, it's going to be way expensive. Because all the networks see how desperate and crappy the WWE is, and they know that the WWE is going to pay out the nose to try to get them on those networks. I don't know. This whole show, SmackDown, I mean, it was getting good, but now they were going backwards, especially with the women's division and now the tag team division. Because this was supposed to be the return of the American Alphas. And American Alphas were finally going to get their shot at the SmackDown tag team titles, but once again, they are pushing out a tag team that could help their tag team division. Once again, they put them down. And they're going with the Usos. Well, I thought that since they were healed, we could get rid of that John Cena stigma, but they don't know how to use the Usos either, especially with the costumes. I mean, every single time you see the Usos on SmackDown, they got a different outfit. I mean, let's see. At Backlash, they're wearing all black. Then later on, now they're wearing, and then next time they're wearing red and white. And now they look like some dysfunctional version of Crisscross. I guess I'm still going to stand by Slayer Rhino. Well, we start SmackDown with a contract signing for No Mercy that Alexa Bliss is going to face Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title. And I have a little bit of a problem with the No Mercy pay-per-view. They really weren't starting off with a good foot when they made the little design of No Mercy. Because the word No Mercy would mean that it's going to be brutal, but when you look at the little graphics of it, it's all bright, all white, all shiny, and it's not. It doesn't fit the pay-per-view. And I don't know who chose this design. It's not going to help the pay-per-view. I mean, let's face it. I mean, this is different from what the Raw's got for Night of Champions, which is this weekend. I mean, Clash of Champions, and that's the thing. Clash of Champions was for WCW. It was a television event in WCW. but instead of having a new design of the side, they use a template of Nia champions and then replace the night with Clash. And it's not original, and the WWE is not original anymore. I mean, look at the belts. They're the same version as the WWE World title. You know, the women's title, the Universal title, and looks like the Cruiserweight title. Yeah, very original. Especially that purple crap belt they got for the Cruiserweight. And I have really, really bad problems with the stupid Cruiserweight division. It's too slow. I mean, your inaugural Cruiserweight match, and you slowed it down to the point where the wrestlers were just standing there for just half a minute to do a move. And I know those guys were scared to do those moves on Raw, but you guys weren't showing all that you had in that match. And well, anyway, let's kick off this recap. Well, it's live in Birmingham, Alabama. They show a bit of package of John Cena and all that. Then we can see the ring. You see Daniel Bryan at a table and a contract. But this time there are no chairs. Because you know what's going to happen. A typical contract signing. Someone's going to get hit. Tables going to get turned over. But this, oh God, this was so PG. Okay. He announces that they're going to have the first time ever Smackdown Live Women's contract signing. And he says he plans to keep things civil tonight. And everyone boos, let's face it. And Brian tells her not to boo that. Oh, come on. We knew what's going to happen. It's a typical contract sign for the WWE. It's going to end up with someone getting a butt kicked. Then he introduces Becky Lynch. And, oh, God, I'm sorry, but, you know, it was nice that she won the SmackDown Women's title. But as of yet, oh, God, she's been really disappointing. I mean, you would think that being champion, she would have a little bit of an edge on her. But her promos are just ridiculous. Bad acting. For a lot of people. For everyone in the roster. Yeah, because she gets to the ring, she grabs a mic. And she says she has her thick skin on tonight. Then she yells, "Oh, come at me, bro." Oh my God. I don't get this. It's not aggressive. I mean, this is no mercy. You're the champion. Someone wants your belt. Say something that has more bite to you. Let's say you got thick skin and come at you, bro. Are you kidding me? It's just, I don't understand it. I really don't understand why they are just letting us get so worse. And then Daniel Bryan introduces Alexa Bliss, and she comes down there, and that's how she won the Fatal 5-Way to become the mic contender. And then she grabs the mic and says the thick skin. I talk about Becky Lynch's thick skin. She recommends moisturizer. Yeah. Lynch says that while Bliss prepares for a pageant, she's prepared. Oh, well, Becky Lynch says while Bliss prepares for a pageant, she's prepared for a fight. Then Bliss says Lynch doesn't fit the role of it as a champion. Then Becky says that it fits quite nicely. God, so bad acting. Then Bliss says that Lynch is the kind of girl that succeeds and then fails miserably. Well, she's kind of right with that statement. And then she says that Lynch will lose her title and that Lynch was born to be a loser. Okay, and this is when it got worse. Because Becky Lynch said that she agrees that she wasn't born to be a champion. And allow Becky chance to start. And then Becky says that she was born to live in a small house in Dublin and work a job she didn't even, oh no. A work job she didn't like. She said that she watches for too much TV, and the TV says she could be anything she wanted to be, and she wanted to be a champion. Very bad. And then she said that she has poured her heart and soul into this so she can raise this title above her head. And she says she wants this and wants it even more than Bliss does. And then Lynch says she will rip the head off Bliss if she plans to take this title away from her. She says, I fought to be a champion. She keeps on, she keeps on repeating that she was born to be a champion so many times. Oh, God. Well, she forgot her lines in this ad lib, and it wasn't good. And throughout the list, Becky Lynch is talking. It looks like she was about to fall asleep. I mean, I was going to fall asleep during that. Then she says sarcastically that was so inspirational. Please. And then she was born. She said that she was born to be a champion, and no mercy. She plans to take the title and expose Lynch for what she is, a one-hit wonder. Yeah, see, in that instance, Alexa Bliss was better than Becky Lynch. It's really bad when the challenger is a better promo than the champion. Well, let's face it, Becky Lynch's little promo, a little heartfelt. You gotta act like you gotta beat the crap out of Alexa Bliss. And so Alexa Bliss signs the contract. Then she grabs the little folder and then swats Becky Lynch across the face with it, which I guess was so hard that Becky Lynch fell down on the ground. And then Alexa Bliss pushes the table over her, which is kind of weak, and then she leaves. And then Becky Lynch gets up. Then she signs the contract and throws it down. Oh, wait, I don't think she signed it. Oh, I don't think Alexa Bliss did sign it. So, but I don't know. This whole contract signing. I mean, it's 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks to tell No Mercy, and you're gonna start this now. And it would be better if you guys would keep these two apart before No Mercy. At least have one of them outside the ring, commentary, watching them wrestle. At least have to do one-on-one matches. Don't try to get them in a tag team against each other. Just keep them separate. Let them talk trash to each other. And this is how you start Smackdown, with more talking. How is this going to help? mean, No Mercy's out. It's on October 9th. And I don't know how they're going to build this matchup. I mean, maybe you guys like picking Lynch. I'll let you guys give your opinions about how you feel about this match between these two women. Then you see the Usos and the American Alphas heading to the ring, and then they announced that the American Alphas were going to face the Usos, and the winner of that match will be facing Heath Slater and Rhino for the Smackdown Tag Team Championship belts at No Mercy. Because if you remember, at a few weeks ago in Smackdown, where the American Alphas won their match to be in the finals, the Usos turned heel, they attacked them, and then they went again, and then they went and attacked Chad Gable's left knee. They took him out, and the American Alphas had to leave, which led to Usos to win a match to face Slater and Rhino for the championship at Backlash, in which the Usos lost. But now again, another shot at the titles. I got a lot to say about the American Alphas and how the WWE is using these guys. But that's later, so let's see. All right, then you see Daniel Bryan walking backstage. Then the Miz and Maurice stopped him. And then Miz says that we have a problem. And then Daniel Bryan said that it can't be about his new contract or his title defense. And Miz says exactly about his title match. And Bryan says he can cancel the match, but then that will cancel his contract. And he talked about the Miz even looked at the contract. And he says the Miz is free not to defend his title tonight, but his contract will be canceled, and it'll make it pretty hard for Miz to go out there and do what he can't do. So once again, they're still probably at what happened on Smack Talk when the Miz was arguing with Daniel Bryan. And I don't know why they're using this. I mean, let's face it. I mean, before this, the Miz was doing all right, and at SummerSlam, he had a great match. He won clean. He didn't have Maurice cheat for him. But ever since that stupid little shoot, the Miz is just getting worse. I mean, it was starting to feel like his fifth title defense was going to be good, but now the WWE is dropping the ball again. Okay, and now next match was the number one contendership match for the Smackdown Tag Team titles between the Usos and American Alphas. And then when the match started, Chad Gable just started to kick the crap out of Jimmy. And then when Jay was trying to stop him, Chad Gables attacked him. So far, Chad Gables was dominating against these guys. And, it was a good test. He tested in Jason Jordan. He had some good shots in. But then it got to the point where Chad Gable was fighting in the corner of the Usos, and once again, they hanging the left knee. Chad Gable was on the middle rope. And then they took Chad Gable's down, and then when the Usos did a drop kick on Chad Gable's and he hurt his knee again. So the majority of the match was the Usos attacking the injured leg of Chad Gable's. And then when Chad Gable's finally got the opportunity to tag in Jason Jordan, he did a series of bellies to the Usos. And it looked like he was going to try to finish the match himself. And then when he was about to tag in Chad Gable's, when the Usos did a chop block to Chad Gable's bad leg, and Jason Jordan was trying to think whether or not to tag in Chad Gable's. He was just asking him if he was all right, but then he decided to face the Usos himself. I mean, he was doing all right, but then it got to the point where they just overpowered him. And then when Chad Gable was trying to tag in Jason Jordan was trying to tag in Chad Gable's, when the Usos hit Chad Gable's bad knee, and then the Usos did this double super kick to him, and then Jay did this one splash on Jason Jordan, and they won, and they're the number one contenders. But let me let me tell you what was happening while this match was going on. Like, at one point in the match, camera went to the backstage where Slayer and Rhino Reed were watching the match. They had a plate full of crackers and that spray cheese. Oh, God. They're still doing that spray cheese and crackers. Still got that Family Dollar crackers that cost like $1.50 or $1. They got that spray cheese for $2.50 at Family Dollar if you guys are interested. They got cheddar and sharp cheddar. Get that? 8 ounces. I don't know if this is a plug for Family Dollar, but they do got some good stuff at Family Dollar. Although if you go down to Dollar General, they got somehow at Dollar General they have the Lace stacks for $1. And we got plain and cheese, cheddar cheese, and the barbecue chips, but they don't have sour cream for some reason. I don't know. Well, anyway, after the match, Heath Slater were talking about facing the Usos at No Mercy. As I said, they could beat him before, they could beat him again. As I wants to get the WWE Universe behind them. So he's trying to make this chant with the fans saying Rhino. And while Heath Slater was trying to get Rhino on board, you can hear it back. You can hear in the crowd chanting Rhino. Oh God! While this is happening, Rhino is still eating those cheese and crackers. And then you see Jimmy and Jay coming backstage to them, and Jimmy was he was thinking about knocking those crackers off his plate. And then he suggested that they hand over those titles right now. Oh, Jimmy. And then Jay gets in the face of Slayer. And Rhino gets the face of Jay. Usos back off because of Rhino was got a bunch of crackers and started to crunch them in his hand. Oh, God. Poor waste of crackers. Yeah. And what I don't understand is, I don't get it. They did so much to try to build up Jason Jordan and Chad Gable as the American Alphas. I mean, they had 6-man tags where they went over. They had tag team matches where they went over. I mean, it looks like the WWE was going to try to make them the first SmackDown Live tag team champions. But then they had a choose between the American Alphas or continuing the road to redemption for Heath Slater. So they picked Slater. And so Slater Rhino wins. But eventually they're going to fire Rhino like they always do. And I don't know when the American Alpha is going to get their shot. I'm going to say that they're only going to win the tag team titles when the Usos take the titles away from Slayer, Rhino, and No Mercy. And they'll face each other at the next pay-per-view. Yeah. But seriously, let's face it, these guys deserve to be the tag team champions, and they're going to win them off the Usos. They got the perfect heel. And what I'm asking is, what happened to the other tag teams? You know, the Vaudevillains, the Ascension, they had a match last week for the titles. They're gone. The Vaudevillains have been seen ever since the tag team tournament. Probably on main event as Superstars, which the WWE doesn't announce anymore. Because, you know, when main event was on the Iron Network, they announced the main event and they did a lot for the main event, but then when they lost their TV deal with Iron Network, I guess it would have stock of WWE fell because of how crappy the product is. They stopped advertising main event and Superstars. So let's face it, main event Superstars are the only place you're ever going to see these guys fight. Which is puzzling considering you got 3 hours of Raw for wrestling, and you got 2 hours for SmackDown, and you can't fit these guys. I mean, at least try to change it. I don't know. Let's face it, Raw and SmackDown sucks. Main event and Superstars are way better because here's the thing. Main event and Superstars start with fighting. Although half it is Raw and SmackDown rewinds, main event and Superstars are way better. Let's see it. They made an announcement that Randy Orton and Eric Rowan are going to face each other later on, and I got some problems with that one also. Then the next match at the commercial break was Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin. Once again, these two fought. Had Jack Swagger is on commentary. And, yeah, if you don't know, somehow his contract with the WWE is running out. But they didn't say it was a Raw contract. And then the next SmackDown, he makes an announcement that he signed with SmackDown. So, what? Are they trying to pretend that Raw and SmackDown are separate companies? No. I'm sorry, but that's not helping them. So, Jack Swagger is on SmackDown. And then he made an announcement that you ain't seen nothing yet, that he's going to be the new Jack Swagger, and yet he still got the We the People theme song. He's still doing that We the People thing. And I don't know if Zelp Coulter is going to come back to help him. I doubt it. But I hope that this whole New Jack Swagger thing gets him a WWE World Title shot. All right, so Paul Cruz starts attacking Corbin with the right hand, and he did a jumping big boot to him, and then Cruz did a fallaway slam on Baron Corbin, but then Corbin gets out of the ring, and then Cruz lands some elbows to Baron Corbin on the outside. Then Cruz tosses Corbin back into the ring, tosses him first into the ring barricade. And then Cruz kicks him in the back of Baron Corbin's head. Then Cruz tosses Corbin into the ring for a 2 count. Then Corbin tosses Cruz out and throws an nasty looking forearm to the side of the head of Apollo Cruz over the barricade. Then Corbin puts Cruz against the steel ring post and stomps away. And then Corbin did a double drop kick to the ribs of Apollo Cruz in the corner in the center of the ring post. And then Baron Corbin did the end of days, and that's over. Yeah. And then after the match, Baron Corbin went outside, tried to step up to Jack Swagger. And he you should stay on Raw. That's how it ended. So I'm guessing Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger at No Mercy. Probably on a kickoff show. And then once again, that show, Dean Ambrose getting ready for his fight against John Cena. And I mean, I said the Miz is going to defend the Intercontinental title later on tonight. So, yeah. And, okay. And here it is. Then after commercial break, you see Kurt Hawkins do another video package. Okay, when is this guy going to debut? I mean, we heard they announced that he was going to make his debut after Backlash, but then the next Smackdown, Megan announced that he's going to be there debut next week, and here we are. No Kurt Hawkins, and when is he going to debut? And I hate these video packages that they're doing for Kurt Hawkins. I mean, you're not helping him by making him silly. This is what the WWE does. They do these silly things with the wrestlers. I mean, Kurt Hawkins is a great wrestler who won championships. But you have him being silly with doing these fat things. And this is the guy that was trying to. I fear for Shelton Benjamin if he's going to make it his debut in SmackDown. I think he's looking at these Kurt Hawkins things and he's just reconsidering his choice of coming back to the WWE. Because let's face it, his career in the WWE is over. He should have went to somewhere else, probably TNA, or go back to Ring of Honor, or back to New Japan. But I fear for him. I really do. Then we go to backstage. You see Nikki and Naomi getting ready. I mean, Nikki looked good. But and they were asked by I don't remember the lady's name, but that she asked them about their tag team match against Carmella and Natalia. And then I don't know, Naomi says something about glow time. She's got the glow factor. I don't know. I don't really get her promo. Just talk about her in-ring entrance, which is by far better than anyone's in the WWE right now. And she talks about how Natalia is no longer having respect among the women. And Nikki talks about how Carmella's trying to make a name for herself. As she calls her a bootleg and feeling rebooted. I don't know, it was a good promo, and later it was a very good match. And again, this is just to remind me how little the WWE thinks of their women wrestlers. And then they get a backstage, see Ray Young interviewing Dolph Ziggler. And Renee Young asking him about the last shot of his last shot at the Intercontinental title tonight. And Ziggler said he has to give everything he has. He admits he hasn't been winning lately. And then he says, but this is SmackDown Live and anything can happen. And Ziggler talks about Miz clinging to his title and how he is desperate to prove he still belongs here. He says he wasn't supposed to be world champion, and he did it. Ziggler wants to shut Miz up once and for all and win the whole damn thing tonight. So, yeah. And then the Miz versus Dolph Ziggler match came after commercial break, and I have to say I like the beginning of this match. I mean, Ziggler was doing some good amateur wrestling moves at the beginning, which made the Miz go out of the ring. Ziggler made some attempts to use the Famous Center, but got a 2 count. I mean, so far this match was going great, and once again, the Miz was using Daniel Bryan's moves, like the kicks and the drop kicks in the corner. But then it got to the point where Maurice was trying to do the same thing she did at Backlash, where she got that perfume ball, tried to spray it into Dolph Ziggler's face, but the referee caught her in time, and then she ejected her out of the ring area. But if you notice, she dropped the perfume on the ground, and that's going to be something that's going to happen later on. And with this, Dolph Ziggler was going to overdrive, trying to put away the Miz. It was at the point where Miz was acting like he's spent, that he has nothing left to give. Then they were fighting outside the ring with Dolph Ziggler was dominating, and then you see that Miz was on the ground. But then if you looked really carefully, you see the Miz getting the perfume bottle. And then when the referee was distracted, when the Miz was on the ground, the Miz used the perfume and sprayed the Dolph Ziggler's face, and the Miz did the skull-crushing finale and won the match. So once again, he cheats, and once again, the Miz's title reign is corrupted by this. And I don't know why they make him do this. I mean, he had a great match against Apollo Crews, and now you got him to say that he can't do anything. And you use that stupid shoot interview at Smackdown to ruin his character. I don't know why they're still focusing on that. once again, uh, the opportunity to make the Miz relevant, the WWE ruined it. And then, the next match was Randy Orton versus Eric Rowan, but you know, Eric Rowan doesn't have a ring entrance because when the commercials came back, Eric Rowan was already in the ring, and they announced Randy Orton. And oh God, what I saw was very disgusting, horrible, and ridiculous. Because I don't know why they chose to do this. Because you see in the ring with Eric Rowan, he had the Sheets mask, but for some strange reason, they decorated a sheep's head to look like a clown. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they did this to Eric Rowan. Make him look stupid? I really don't understand the thought that the WWE creative must have had. What the WWE had. I honestly don't understand why they did that. It baffles me to the point where I don't understand why they did this to Eric Rowan. I mean, Eric Rowan was a good wrestler. Creative doesn't really have anything that help Eric Rowan, but they do this to his mask. They make it to a clown's mask. And I don't know, they're trying to make Eric Rowan into that. I don't know, because it was a serial killer clown. Giddy, I think. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know. That's the little gimmick they're trying to give him. The serial killer clown. Okay, this match was very short because Randy Orton tried to go for the RKO early, but then Eric Rowan counters it with a spinning power slam, which was just him turning, then slamming Randy Orton. Then Eric Rowan started beating him in the right hand, and then a series of elbow drops on Randy Orton, and Orton kicks Rowan for the corner. Then Rowan's headbutt or Randy Orton. Then Eric Rowan catches Orton with a drop kick. As Randy Orton came off the ropes, that Orton gets out of the ring. But then Eric Rowan sends Orton face first into the steel ring steps twice, and then gets him back to the ring. But then Randy Orton catches Eric Rowan with a kick to the face and did a Hangman's DDT off the rope and delivered the RKO for the win. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Very quick match to put away Eric Rowan. And then the lights went off. They came back on. And then you see Randy Orton in the ring, but Sheep's clown's mask is in the ring. And then you see Bray Wyatt on the Titantron. It says Randy Orton, ladies and gentlemen, the Viper strikes again. He said Orton still just remains a man, and a man who can die at any moment. And then he says that he is God, and that God can never die. Run. And that's it. I really don't understand this whole feud with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. And I don't know if his career is so far gone because of what happened to him and Cena. Because Cena really buried this guy. And Ring White hasn't had any good main event matches in a long time. And I don't know, why won't they just give this guy a title shot? Because I think that was supposed to be the point with the whole Dean Ambrose Bray Wyatt little feud at the beginning of SmackDown. I don't know. It's just uh, well, at least they're keeping them separate, and hopefully we get a Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton match. Because by then, I don't know. And then the next match was Nikki Bella and Naomi versus Natalia Carmella. And this match was also short. It was a squash match. Because they started wrestling, but then it got to the point where Carmella just kept on attacking Nikki Bella. And I don't know why the referee did this, but he disqualified Natalia Carmella for this. And it wasn't like she used a foreign object. She just went there, started beating up on Nikki Bella for a few seconds, and then the referee called a disqualification. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, there was no 5 count, and yet they got disqualified. I don't know. I honestly don't know why they're this downgrading the women's division. I mean, they kept talking about women's revolution. I don't see it. I don't see it in the WWE. And I'm not expected to see it anywhere in the WWE at all. It's just awful. And then the next match was John Cena versus Dean Ambrose. And I was a little bit shocked at the end of this match. So we go to a typical John Cena match with headlocks and headlock takedowns. Yeah. Oh, Ambrose did the headlock and the takedown. And then Ambrose with a show attack to Cena. And then Cena does a show attack on him. And then Ambrose fights out of attitude adjustment. Then Cena fights off a Dirty D. So they were trying to go for the finishers quickly. And then Cena goes for a headlock takedown on Ambrose. And then Cena hits the corner ring post with force. And Cena falls to the outside. And then there was a commercial break. And when they came back, you see Ambrose and Cena. And Ambrose did a jumping close on Cena. And then Ambrose did his Nigel McGuinness little run in the corner. And then did a splash in the corner on Cena. Then did a running bulldog. Then Cena counters another Dirty D's with the SDF. And Ambrose crawls to the ropes. I mean, let's face it, why is it Titan Cena? He's still got a long way to get that move right. And then Ambrose dumps Cena out of the ring, over the ropes. And then Ambrose did a suicide dive on Cena through the ropes. And then Cena counters a crossbody by Ambrose off the top rope, and then we're both in the ring. And then got him on his shoulders and delivered an attitude adjustment. But Ambrose kicks out. Then Cena goes for another attitude adjustment. But Ambrose counters this for the dirty deeds. And Cena kicks out. So that just ruins the attitude, just the dirty deeds for me. But then Ambrose and Cena started exchanging shots. Then Cena had the upper hand. But then Ambrose counters into a roll-up. And locks the wrist. That gets the pinfall on Cena. And Cena rolls out of the ring. So Ambrose won. But then you see... then you see John Cena with a surprised look that Ambrose beat him. So now they're trying to play on the angle that Cena is having a bad time trying to get the title back. And he's doubting himself that whether or not he can become champion again. Ugh. Ugh. Then Ambrose celebrates in the ring. But then then AJ Styles started to attack Ambrose using the springboard attack on Dean Ambrose. And then he delivered the Styles Clash to John Cena. And then at this point, Daniel Bryan came out, and then he says that was some phenomenal. And he says that he's bringing up how last week Shane McMahon promised Ambrose a WWE World Championship rematch. And then Daniel Bryan announced that next week on Smackdown, Ambrose is going to have his title shot against AJ Styles for the WWE World Championship belt. And then while this is happening, AJ Styles was just arguing about this. And then afterwards, Dean Ambrose got back in the ring, and he delivered the dirty deeds to AJ Styles, which I thought was a good. I mean, well, let's see. So what happened at SmackDown? I just don't get this. I don't get why people still like the WWE. I mean, it lost a lot of its core fan base. And now this. I don't get this whole Raw SmackDown thing. They try to top the other. It's, who gets hurt? The wrestlers. I just don't get this whole thing. This whole thing with the tag team division being downgraded, the women's division getting downgraded. Don't even get a clean fight in a tag team match. Miz has to cheat to stay champ. this, I just don't get this. This whole thing with Raw and SmackDown, they're not doing great. And if you're not doing great, then you need to be canceled. I don't know. This and No Mercy with the bright graphic for No Mercy. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose and John Cena. You got the American Alphas, who's supposed to be the top tier tag team in the WWE, gets pushed down again for the Usos. I just don't get this. Is horrible. SmackDown was horrible. It was a lot better than Raw, but I still get why the USA Network doesn't cancel the WWE. I guess it is all that money. And when I look at the WWE, I don't know. You got people getting their signs taken down. You got the WWE using Connor's Cure to steal money from people. It's horrible. The WWE. I mean, TNA's been doing great work. I don't know. I don't think the WWE can repair these things. The WWE is over. Let's just say it. It's over for the WWE. They cannot produce good matches. They can't produce good promos. It's just sad to see the WWE this way. I don't get this. It's horrible. I mean, the WWE is horrible. Let's face it, guys. You don't have to watch the WWE. There are other places you can watch wrestling. TNA Wrestling. Ring of Honor. You go on the website, you get to watch the latest episode. Or tune in to CometTV.com to live stream the show on Wednesday at midnight. I mean, I don't know, I think Cody Rhodes makes his debut on TNA. I think it's great. He's finding a company that doesn't make him dress up like a little goofball like we did. And you know what? We had Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust, going to TNA. The Rhodes brothers will rise again. Only this time, they won't have any goofy costumes. It's horrible. As I said, the WWE's dead. It's done. They're paying way too much money for the set. For people who they owe money to. That's awful. So I'm just going to end it here, and I guess we're going to end it right here. And I'm going to see if I'm going to try to do a Ring of Honor review maybe later. But then I'm going to try to go and watch TNA, see if Vanguard 1 is all right. and I can't wait to watch Bound for Glory on October the 2nd. So, guys, pay for the pay-per-view for Bound for Glory because Bound for TNA needs your money. And they are not going to sell it to the WWE. They've been saying that for a long while, and they know if they do, that that's the end of TNA because it's going to be PG. While TNA Impact. Never mind. I guess this is it for me, and I'll try to get some more reviews out. Hit the like button if you would like it. Leave some comments, and hopefully, well, let's face it, the WWE is not going to do anything great. I mean, they pay so much for these pros like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Bobby, Ben Glorious, Rude. And yet they're going to ruin their careers. And I guess I'll end it right here. Hope you liked the video. I'm going to continue doing this until my point of view is heard by you people. Because let's face it, the WWE's had their time. It's time for more wrestling organizations to be the top company in America. Let's face it, people in Britain love TNA. And if they don't want TNA in America, TNA can move into Britain. And I guess I'll end it right here. Hope you like it. And I'll see you guys later on. This is Tony Bianchi. Thanks and good night.